Ye cheche amuma mu nyina mu ache mama kwa ba bra so se Owia TV ne precise 105.9 FM ya no pa no Owia Kaseɛ enseme ko twiko brema ko batane ye twa krenke o mamuni amanfo nkro so a ejamon petrepene ne mpatra pa magia atum ye bana ye de ebabesomo ensem ne doso na poso enie ababeto dwa se enchechire sefata o se ne ne kire ya emraso dwafo ne ye nhyehyeye na ebi koso o mraso dwafiem ema adwumayefo honomo ene emraso dwafo no nyina
Closer kana won mu ya tu won mu ko ni ma na nimu se obia ne dua yi ekono won mu nko adwuma sanse won mpanyimfo asinkonwa won mu ayenhye obefa so won sabeka won sika
Owia TV insam 12 pence medu kata remrante de ye tete ne se Burkina Faso fo no pene asese won mpene se intos beba Ghana ase bio no entete ne che se efri be na wotwe ye kwakora mu no na Ghana fo yaso be ye sipa
CDS and wadiato ejase ho behia se o me asrafo wonum betumi anya ahohyeso wonum dwumadiem na atumi aboa ama wonum bambo dwumadi a wonum di na atumi akoyi
na global info analytics okoye mfifi mu bi ema de na epiepie no na enyema MPP for cry nam so ema nimdifo mienu bi 2 MPP for se nene kire ya omo enyomo ne ema ya nyesa de boba no enye emfama amanyuko no
Patrick Boama ayemrashe bedwani ne wodi ato Ghana Revenue Authority wonmu animu se wonyensa kire wo kwan a wonmu fa so ajeje to eho
weni afufuro pie ni akekese ne na eye dwabera bangefo ase wo mo na aso ya sinema no pa ya baabi a wo bia ne yetimi abane ya ba besom wo loan no mu gusu a wo mo ede magana man adwuma wo ye bia upeska afane magu shop mo upeska afane ma de agu container mo upeska de afane magu store mo a dwabera bank de ye kamfo de ma enema bi so apai e wo baabi asa ne ma no unya sika kofa bi ba se kredi mo a kese ne amanfo besi atode ama amo unya osika de bosi ankoboy na kwakoto baabi so no na se enya asem ketwa fo ni che dwabera bank ne omo nkodi nsan komo no na biem so wakra ne ma bi abegutema habo takrade abonom na wo pesika kwakoyi ne ma no na awe so de ama wo a dwabera bank so ma bi omo branches na to no mo amo bibia dwadi a wodie ne sa wo son sa usa sa wo dantamom afa kra na wo pesika de abobra dwabera bank se boru omo branches no na ne managers ne nkomo wono mo ebeboa na omo shares no so no omo guso a womo etone de kra obia koto shares ne bi ne yetena se ne asese omo bank ne omo de a ososo oba beka ho afeso ne ye adwuma ne ye chepa so no a wanya mfa so pewa de ato baabi na fixed deposit ne savings account ne susu no omo guso wono mo eye bi ya ba adwuma ni a kwesa odo salary wakatua befa wono mo na mfa so a obenya wo so enya asem keto omo na so ya sene mo a anopa baabi a wo bia no yetimi abana ya ba besom wo mede ede nana ya obo amale bi aboga no pemene
Nana Kwame Achman Opamwo.
Abzafo enye brena fin samno mo brodo ntwo yenkode yenkotutu na srani abasam fima mo yede mo hyase de free Ghana mrasebe gefiem na emrasebe dwam na aba beto dwase sane o madwuma na si akwakwa esese no ho bahia se enchechire ene kasa ho dwumadie be koso ama Ghana mrasebe dwafo nyina ene apafo ne adwumayefo a wodemo eye adwuma mrasebe gefiem ho no mo we eye mra na mrasebe dwafo no ato santene anase wodemo ato kese no mo edwendwire so adwena to adwene de afa o madwuma ya wo mo aye ne mfie bebre ni eno na mrasebe dwane o wo mrasebe gefiem a dese a ewo otafo abatom pesia so honorable Vincent Kwasefo ekosi dom kuma na namu a wo chese bebi o man ya ba bedro no mrasebe dwa no waye bidie nanso na adwumayefo ena mrasebe dwafo a o mrasebe gefiem no nkebeboa se ye beye nchechire esoronko de amawunum na timi abi o munimde ene omonte asem ewo mrasebe dwafo o madwuma wono mo eyem honorable Echo Vincent Asefo na nsemo de tudwa
Parliament are under intense and unrelenting pressure. The IPU Strategy 2022 to 2026 and Global Parliamentary Report 2022 indicate that while legislative workloads have expanded significantly, structured capacity building for parliamentarians and parliamentary staff remains uneven, under-resourced, and in some cases outdated. The work of legislators has become far more complex. We are tasked to to legislate on matters that are evolving faster than our systems.
The way Ota Fomra Sweden Honorable Vincent Asifua and Yetene Kanana Nanusi ya and a majority leader Boko Central Mraswe Jani Ramahama Yarga Susuno Edibi Equaco Piso say when a hubehia some Bequabu Wakubusa Berwa Plus Tamsi Atwa Jane Emma Ubiadin in him dear Abasebeyo no betimi asosum na enchechere sefata sosono akọ ediama Mraswe Janina.
Parliaments do not become effective merely because they are constitutionally established. They become effective when the people who serve within them, members of parliament, clerks, committee staff, researchers, legal officers, and administrators are equipped with the right knowledge, the right skills, and the right institutional values. That is why capacity development must be regarded not as an optional activity, but as a central pillar of parliamentary strengthening. And let me add that it is not just the skills of those who are within the parliament that should be strengthened.
We a Boko Central Mraswe Honorable Mama Yaragania Yetene Kena Nanusi ya Esoso na Mraswe Jefiem Chiami na bidi yechira wodikan Ura Benada hiafo Esoso ejina Mraswe Jane Chiamehene anemwa ono soso se ni osi hu Mraswe Jane sese nia amehu akwako hia se wono mo eye ncheche de Mraswe Jane mu adwumayefo nyina no ono soso edibi eso.
As we deliberate over the next 2 days, I urge all participants to engage openly, think strategically, and contribute meaningfully to the conversation. Let us use this occasion not only to share experiences, but to build relationships. Not only to discuss challenges, but to co-create solutions. And not only to exchange ideas, but to commit to practical actions that will strengthen our institutions. The quality of parliamentary democracy in our countries depends in no small measure on the capacity of our legislatures to perform effectively. As we deliberate over
eno no ko gina Mraswe Jane nyina nemu ncheche ne nkasa ho dwumedi a wono mo ye de ama Mraswe Jafo no ene mo adwumayefo no na okire de ahonkeka soronko a ewo so mo ediwremo se beye ne so beba mfaso de ama Mraswe Jane no ene omamu no enyina.
Abanjuma Kunkrabata, the Dean Ede Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana, CLOSAC. One more HSN, na watch me, you know, and now what they see one more. One Aban Edi and Gitaho and Untino. Yes, Ananka, one more air, one more Wakadi, a good form. Echo Bess and I watch me in Samunia, one more Enco Jumano. Waka Ediatre, a cool man in Nase, a free and Edway Echo. Busumi de Tosso at Unino. Obia emfa ni nkukune ne nkaka na afi won sanso nkoye adwuma emfa emmoa na wono mo ekire se bosumi de toso dunson ene wone Ghana ban ekosi nkonya na wono to ato adwen no ena ban de adesede ato wono mo anim se na wotwemi no a ewom enafu adunan wono mo de si wo na wotimi ka ye nhye se be ya CLOSAC for de wono mo pe no aban ni betumi aye ede ama won na no ene nam so ma mpanyimfo ekire se esane nkitamudi akoso no ntino woka ede akire kuma ni nyina se won mo nko adwuma ne mom no won ma aban na wotwemienu no pepepe se wonhwe na woni stresa se ye kire ne de won mo ede akonkon ho se won mo nsa anka de won mo pana se won bo anwo nhye ne so a won besanso ati atua ne bio enam so ama opanyina wo ye don frefo ede ma CLOSAC ku no e wo mamu ni nyina oni Owia TV ena fe precise ensantrofo edi nkomo na no ena owura edi akwe wode atudwase no kwasem ni wonu beko adwuma enne nemomu no na otwemienu ntem no won besanso asi agina
and the woman say optional no yede waka ena eko edwuma mu ho esane say aban ataya say within 14 days no obey bibi afa yeah or yeah another strike efa ho no as law abiding citizens, no, paying for you akasa, your more patch and say, or Tinayafa Waka and Quitma and Panko Jumama or my Ghana.
Okay. That is a channel, the money and
Ghana. It's and that's all now on the set. Or say I buy a share of media again at the mine. Or no, and I watch a boss within 14 days. No, but now the I can't watch them. No, it's me, it's an amount of who am I.
We don't for a massive and local government staff association of Ghana, close Akekuno, Ora Edi Akwe, and what is answering at 2 anymore.
A fair for Cook, your own sense, Monan, than the beto just a Burkina Faso, a bina, Yanagri said tomato soup, ya more a debre, yami a db, a yedi, a debe, for ye, young quinum. Ma young quiet den or almost so my imagine so mon febi mebu. Now 4 months from mano, na so more engine feeding you money, and you may quack a sia and feeding you markesia, or my tintimo and tosuno, one more ebe sachem, not yakwakunyati tomatoes num, and then pimpra dear baby, a dear frimo, and unti so more at the brayania, or more enya be, and my dear Quasibrone so more industries no, and more and fan conquer yejuma. Eba say, you know, Ghana Fasha sia ye popuna. Na Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana for the atuja se branya ya sha se aye bono ene de be ka ne se ntoso no kakra bedru Ghana e ti se upe bi ato obenya na mum efri na woche aye kwa akowura mu ene bosome foforo aye kwa akowura mu no kono ena wanhwe ya ntoso no wunya bi mpo ene mpese akwa akobo amo akwa akosre ntoso openi Bismarck Norte ona epeni kwanche for oda Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana no and this answer to Gemra na on the Owia TV ne precise 105.9 FM in some for edin komo e de afa de was aban ye ene de was Ghana for ye e de efa intosin sensemu a asore wo Ghana ye ne Burkina.
I'm sure that by the time this ban had been announced by Burkina would have been off the hooks. This incident itself, we remember that around 2018, 2019, there was a similar incident that happened regarding the same issue of tomatoes. And even in 2020, 2024, it extended to onions. And we were quite clear with government that it is not sustainable for us as a country to continue relying on our neighbors for these people.
Bismarck Norte wono an executive director da Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana no nyina eye intosun sensemu a asore o Burkina Faso ene Ghana for entemu asese Burkina Faso abana kantamadinsi awi abogu so akota fre na batwe so wonfa bi embre ye biewu ama Ghana for ya sase a ye bobna ewo ho no
Rempremu a wono ene da o me asrafo adwumakuo no ano mechire Chief of Defence Staff Lieutenant General William Ejapon odi ato omen asrafo no animu se ebre asosese de ewiase nsachiraye esi etie ne entity a wonum kogye no wonum tumi nya nimdie ni bi eka se be ya ene ekwan a nipa bi no fa so di abonefo sem no womo asrafo no so betumi afa bambo kwan so edi ehia wonum pepepe na dwumadie bi ekoso nafu anan ana wonum de esi ho a anumu no wote emantetie edima asrafo ne mu akuku dam na na sa adwumadie yase ena na opanyi ebia no a wote etu edwase ebrano brano ewiase ekonanim ekwan anipa faso edi bone ene emfidie ni nyina ensachire abam anunti eho behia sa omen asrafo nso emu adwumafuo wonu betimi enya nimdie ewo ho na wonu nso atimi aboban eyie na ochechire mu sese no anamo a wonu etu eyese omen asrafo a wonu wonsuo so ewiem ena afa asase so de ka ho nyina no betimi aboabo wonu manu ye na afenimdie no wonu nsa atimi akabine babambo nsemu a wonu matimi atutuniye ensemu a Lieutenant General William Ejapon
at a critical moment in our national and regional security architecture. Across the world and within our sub-region, the character of conflicts is evolving rapidly. Traditional security threats are increasing, intersecting with emerging and unconventional challenges. Hybrid warfare, violent extremism, cyber vulnerabilities, disinformation, organized transnational crime, and mounting social political pressures continue to test the resilience of states and the adaptability of their armed forces.
Abusia we rimpumu awono ene daw me asrafo adwumakuo no anomeche Chief of Defence Staff Lieutenant General William Japan.
Afei mfam nkwa amanyosemu na anu ada na Global Info Analytics mpedimfo akokoye MCC mu a ebeto dwase osono kokoko MPP amanyoko no baabi omugina nya kra asa amanfo ndege wo mo amanfo mfili wo mo saa amanfo MPP kura din ate ene mpeso mo do mo ho akodo amanyoko no ne nyina eye nkomo bi a Global Info Analytics mpedimfo ne Ghana fo ediye mo kokra kokokire se ne amanfo asi akodo NDC amanyoko ene NDC aban na fa no MPP amanyoko mpedimfo ampa konya ntena so no mo anti o mani anhwe omusu eni omo ba bi ampa sempepa bi anka nkyere Ghana fo a omo de ne saa ena amanyoko no anhwe yakodwo to aji agu eba se ye nipa pinu na ekasa edefa musa dankwa ne nsisi mu a okoye ekokoye ye no eho enam so ba nim difo mienu bi etu MPP amanyoko no efo se ade no a abeto no mo bedwasere de saa no hwe no ma mfa ne tra hwe no ma mfa ankoye agudi ankoye me ma mete sembia wo ho enene kire ya de also no mo ye bia no wo mo enye se beye na de eboboba no MPP amanyoko no ebetimi asososo no Dr. Abdul Jalilu Atiku papa eyobi e ba na manyosemu a wabine mu pa ena osaso yobi a okire ho ade ewo University of Ghana Legon or the Sansemi to Jawabra na geso Owia TV nsentwefo penspedu katabre mrantie yebo pini no ekobusa ne sa nyembia de aba besense wiem ane de Global Info Analytics for ekeka no watibia na watibia de afutuo ene ode ma MPP ni NDC nyina ene wo chese na afutuo we de ekode ama MPP se oso omotena se na de esi ya ama Ghana for enya abufuo de ama omo party na omo mpe party ni din kratie ene mpese omo akwa kubusa mu asem no omo enye entutie eni hu nkomo na omo enye omo niema ye ewo ho.
Going to be an easy election. It's not going to be easy, say within 4 years. Ya to abanatia MPP unless if NDC should fail. Unless if NDC should fail, now almost a messy up here. That will be the opening beer. Let's respect me. Like I said, no. Then why can't we look for the other way around? But for now, looking at the beer now, a country who comparatively will share at the moment time na na to abano. Necessarily be aba. So there have been differences. For now the living standards now any at the time na year to about 8 year MPP, I think things have changed. So I'm not surprised at all. Say Bibisa, to me, so I'm not surprised.
Abdul Jalilu Atiku woyobia wapene wa manyosemu saso kire wade wa University of Ghana Legon na ode afutuo MPP amanyoko no se bia ya ba bedro kra no se MPP o man pa konya bia ntena so anhwe ne ma ye bedene se 2028 aba no kra no ebia bekoyi ede ama wo mo anso no mo a Professor Ezekiel Notice so Oko University of Ghana Legona Otrade oho na owo omo Department of Statistics and Actuarial Science oho no mo na oye adwuma ono so DBP so a na MPP amanyoko no kro ya na otu ono mo for se amanyoko bia ko abato ekowe ma chese emunsem koye bebrede but MPP amanyoko de we de anu odene nti ebe ya party ne mpanim defo party ne empempenimfo bi omanimo nyam na nene kire ya wodomo enhyase chopa bi wodomo a womo enfama Ghana fo binom na womo enhyase nyomo ne ma ya nyesa sese de party no eho nya kono ema Ghana fo kra.
The real symptoms. I have a very few pointers to look at. For instance, they need to understand why their support base is dwindling. They need to look at that. Is it loss of trust? Is it because people perceive they are corrupt? Is it about broken promises? These are things they need to interrogate. Is it about weak leadership, or it is about internal conflict or rift? They need to also
Observe we a Professor Ezekiel Noti ena yetening king.
Owura Patrick Boama woye onunyam fom rasidi dwane wogina ma adehye wo Kankwe Central na wodi ato aban no animu se braso se wo se won mutumi ye nsachiraye ewo emra ene nhye da ho ema Ghana Revenue Authority for wonum ade ajeje eto wose se wo hwe enhye ho sisi ana at 915 no eno ene ma ho kwan se Ghana Revenue Authority ewo se wonum mutumi jeto edi free wonum a edi dwa ewo man Ghana ho enchen na wose se wo hwe mu a ema kwan ema wonum a edi dwa ise wobekọ na Ghana Revenue Authority mpanyimfui wo masim konya kita pen ni paper eti wo bi beto bomu na wo matwero bi beto eta na wo matwero wo mutumi twero saa be wiase na ya yiri nipa ne pampe anu nso kra na nchense ko basetuo no obi entimi ntua yesen an penalty anu mpemanim na ye dia wi nipa no na ebinum nso afa ho na wo no mu gisika edi free wo no metontonton eniema ne nchen eno no wo kire se ebra se wo se wo mutumi ye nsakire wo mse de be ya enkontabuo frenchim ye ene perepere ye betumi akoso ewo eto gigye no eho ensem bia Owura Patrick Boama adituja.
Some of them will go into some unethical negotiation with you. For example, if they audit you and they say, oh, because of non-reporting or non-disclosure of this, your tax liability is 50 million after the interest and the penalty. Then some of them, you can ask some of the companies, you can ask around. I'm not saying I can show you some of the comments that I've received. That, okay, let's negotiate. Give us this. If you give us this, we'll be able to reduce it to this. This is what some of them told me off record. They may be wrong, but you also, as media practitioners, can also go around and ask the Institute of Taxation, ask some of the companies about their experiences. What I'm saying is that this is a bipartisan advocacy that some of us have started that requires serious reform from the Ministry of Finance and the GRA.
Na wamano anso sanso edi atu edwase se wo hwe ekwane ye faso ejeje to wo man Ghana mu na anu nso ebra so wosi yetumi ensakire mu sanse ubehu se nipa kuma bi na wo no mutua to na brebia no ensakire ye frɛ nanso yensa enkan eno no wo se ene ebre aso se wosi yetumi eyenisa.
The countries like Kenya apply simple interest rates at modest simple rates to prevent exponential debt growth. So what I'm asking the GRA through the Minister of Finance to do is to come out with some tax reforms that will help with businesses to grow, rather than waiting for tax audit after 2, 3, 4, 5 years and asking them to pay interest rates of 125%.
We Owura Patrick Boama we onunyam fom rasidi dwane wogina mu adehia ewo Okankwe Central.
Owia Kaseɛ na siase ye na Dwabewura Bank fo ase wo muguso abosia no omo ede emanti boru omo branch bia mo na ne managers ne nkodi nkomo yeso mu aboa yeso mu ama wagina brane na usikasam ene wabrapo ne nyina toto ye ede amount na shares no boru aye branch bia mu susu ne kotobi emfa wo ne usika ne keto aye anase ne kese ye boru aye branch bia mu ne managers ne nkodi nkomo koto shares ne bi na afeso na bank no eye adwuma nyina awie na yebu nkunta Dwabewura Bank so ye bank adwuma nyene o ifie aduane ba ko 41 years ni de bia basobo nko a bank bia ni wonum so a wo ye adwuma eboka Dwabewura Bank afi bia mfa so pewa ene ye che edema ye shareholders so mo ene ye from bank rafo no enti ko ka ho bi so te ase okuta 500 Ghana okuta 1000 Ghana okuta 2000 Ghana ifi wono mo koto shares ne bi na kakra mfa so obenya de free so nya asemketwa usika bi so da account bi mo ena tetia ne ye tete unya interest bia mfa nto ho a abusia fa kwa fixed deposit wo dwabewura bank na insi ho ye de be ma wo no yankwa ne bank ya wodu sika ebeto wo no mo a ye ne udi ano interest sai na wo pe ne akana ntiase aye adwuma nti bosome so a obon se twetwe na aba ofo no so se wo sika asomesi eda honom no interest ye de aka ho de ama wo nie dwabewura bank wo de ya na ye se wo de asem usai ho a eja wa adwuna wo kwa akotwa wo na aso yasenem ya no pei bia wo bia no itimi ba ye ebebo nkomo wo me din edi nana ya obo amali bia boga no pe me ne
Nana Kwame Achiman Opambo.